All right. Says we're live on YouTube. I am, for some reason, assigning myself to sit in the dark this morning. I just really didn't feel like surrounding myself with bright lights and stuff. I don't know it's an impending headache or what, but let me turn that off. Um, my name is Kurt Von Anen. If you haven't been here before, welcome to the Mañana morning check-in. I'm just a little bit earlier today than normal. I like to say normal, even though sometimes my times are cattywampus based on the day's activities. But I just got out of a meeting with LifterLMS folks. I love those folks. I use a lot of their software. I use a lot of their packages, a lot of the third-party tools that they recommend. As far as website building for learning and membership, really into it. And being able to participate with them as a team, and then and of course, attend their masterminds and stuff like that has been an absolute blessing and boon to me and what I do. I want to stay sharp. Like right now, I'm doing a contract and I'm working with BRP, training some service dealerships. And even though I'll be going and seeing dealers and face to face and pressing the flesh and doing that that in person training thing and speaking and consulting that I love to do, I still really need to stay sharp on the online tools that I've worked so hard to get good at, right? And so by taking my extra time and being able to plug into those things, it's a real blessing to be able to have those connections and that network to be able to do it. So that to me is awesome. Now I'm not going to take a lot of time today, and here's why. Every day this week I'm in a Russell Brunson kind of a daily thing about how to grow mail lists, how to grow your business, how to grow your network, right? And no matter who you're working for, that's an important thing to do, right? Personal branding and really establishing yourself as an expert, if you're an expert, is an important step. And so I wanted to dive in with this Russell Brunson 5-day challenge. And I've noticed that he starts out all of these things with long stories, right? So I'm like, okay, I've got a few minutes. Let me get out to my people on Mañana real quick. And here's why. I didn't want my day to escape me without telling you about some of the excitement that I feel about what's going on this week. Huge. So one, I've had emails going out every day, right? Every work day of 2021, people on my list have received some type of value added email. And it hasn't been to sell you anything, right? It's been like how to overcome fear and take action. How can journaling help you with stress? How can, right? And it's these things. And so I've been building these daily emails, and they've been going out, and they're value added. I want to do everything I can to add value to people in 2021. So there's that. If you're not on that list, get on that list. Go to mañananamas.com, click on the Academy link at the top, and right on that homepage is a form. You fill that out, you join that list, and boom. Okay. As that list grows, as that community begins to develop inside there, I'm going to do everything I can to try and take that community and put it into something else, right? And I know that this, like, people think when I talk in these terms that it's otherworldly or something, but I want to be able to build people into that community. For example, if you join that email list, right, I can make you a user within the system, and there's like social links inside the site. You could hook up with other people that are on the list, right? Let's say you run a motorcycle dealership in Ohio, but you want to be friends with someone that runs a motorcycle dealership in Florida. Well, if you're both in the site, you can message each other and all that stuff through there, and you're not on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or putting stuff in a public place. You're putting stuff in a private social area. I know that saying private social sounds weird, but it's like a private social area. That's what it is. So there's that. The other thing I was excited about was I also took a webinar with Grant Cardone this week. And that's a weekly thing. So he gives you tasks like, write down your goals every day, write down your goals in the morning, write down your goals at night, write down your goals in the morning, write down your goals at night. And that's all we're doing for like the next 7 days, right? Well, next 4 days. So I'm doing a thing with him that's weekly. Okay. And it's called Launch 21. Super excited to do it. I like Grant. So a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. He is hard to swallow sometimes. I read his book. Reading his book is easier than listening to him sometimes. But here's a cool thing. He said that he was going to be on this show on Discovery called Undercover Billionaire, right? Undercover Billionaire. And here's the idea. Discovery Networks takes a billionaire and they say, here's the deal. We're going to give you a used truck, $100 bill, and we're going to drop you in a town that you know nothing about. And all you're going to have is a cell phone and your truck. No contacts in the cell phone. You have to operate with a fake name, and you have to build a business in 90 days that's worth $1 million. And if you can build a business, if you can't build the business in 90 days worth $1 million, you give us $1 million, right? And it's like, why would people do that challenge, right? But I would imagine, if you've gotten to be where you're a billionaire, right? So if you're a billionaire and you lose and you got to give up $1 million, you give up $1 million, you're still on the TV show and you're still, promoting your skills and services and expertise, right? So, so I guess it's kind of a win-win, but these folks are committing to like leave their families for 90 days and go and try this experiment. And to me, I'm fascinated to see, what does a billionaire think of? You take a billionaire and you strip away all their money, you strip away their title, you give them a fake name, you give them a beat up truck and a cell phone with no contacts in it and $100 bill, and you drop them off in a town. Nowhere to live, nothing to eat, nothing. And you say, in 90 days, you need to have a business worth $1 million. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, because I didn't know anything about this show until last week, for me, that's a complete mental reset. I spent all last year unemployed. I left Suzuki in January 2020. Spent all last year sitting in this workspace and doing the work and sowing the seeds and making product, right? Making content, making product, writing, a lot of writing. And I built stuff that I thought would add value to a community, to an audience that I would like to grow, which is why I'm working on this, right? You guys know what I'm doing. And so I do all that, right? And I'm thinking, okay, out of this, I'm going to show my expertise for content management, communication, public speaking, course building. People know that I'm a membership and learning site expert. People will see me, they'll reach out to me. This will happen. And here's what happens. It comes true, right? I've got multiple people reaching out to me. I mean, BRP is one on the chain. I can go public with them because that's already started, right? So BRP's hired me to go and train dealers. That's what I love to do. That's my sweet spot. I mean, I have a website called Power Sport Academy because I love to train dealers. And so to be able to be hired to do that and become profitable doing that, that's perfect. But here's the deal. That's not making me a millionaire, right? And so I take a look at, like, how does a billionaire think? You strip everything away, you give them $100 in a used truck. I don't want to give away the whole show, but I watched the show last night, and they had 3 different billionaires, 2 females and Grant, and they went to different cities. And to watch the differences in how people attack their situation was really enlightening. But here's the other thing. You see the ups and the downs, and it becomes more real, right? You see Grant get upset. You see this girl named Elaine get upset. The other girl, I can't remember her name real quick, and it's gonna make me feel like a jerk because I can't remember her name. But you see her, she's on a high, she's on a low, and as entrepreneurs and as people that work on these types of projects, we're used to that, right? So you can identify with what's going on in that show, and then again, just watching how they okay, I need to meet people, I need to grow my network, I need to find opportunities, I need to take care of my, and I'm pretty proud of myself because I'll be honest with you, we went through all of 2020, all that mayhem and nonsense, and all the bills are paid. Now, I did cut into savings, right? But all the bills stayed paid. The lights didn't go off. A car didn't get repossessed. We stayed in a house in California. Like, I was able to make things happen and stay here, right? Now, 2021 rolls along and people are starting to get back into motion, right? And the phone's ringing and the email's ringing and the harvest is coming. And I told folks, I keep saying, right? I worked hard. I sowed the seed. The harvest is coming. And I want to do my best in 2021 to share that positivity with you guys. So, obviously, as you can tell, I'm fired up today, which means I started the day with my 5-minute journal because, I think journaling is important. The Leader's Heart with John Maxwell is what I'm going to do after the Brunson thing today. And I've got work to do with BRP after that. So, man, I'm going to jump into this Russell Brunson thing and learn what I can learn from him today. and then, jump on the rest of the tasks of the day. Folks, I implore you, get fired up, get motivated. If you're stuck at home on a sofa right now and you're watching me on your cell phone in your pajamas, and get up, take a shower, get dressed, run around the block, get energized, and find something that you can pour yourself into, or something that you can do, or someone to meet and greet, that's going to make your day. All right. I love you guys. I say it all the time, and I sure hope I don't sound preachy. I just want to celebrate wins with you, and I really want to encourage you to, and just seize it. Right? It's ours. All we got to do is grab it.